we need to talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Welcome back, my fellow casual gamers. Yeah, look, listen. I'd originally wanted to come back, do something really special for you guys, like a nice coming back video and the whole shebang. But I'm here to talk about one thing and one thing only. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Listen, this is the second time we've had a game in this franchise with this same exact title. The first one we got was way back in 2009. Simpler times where the only things that I had to worry about were my homework, what I was having for dinner, and who would be on Xbox by the time I got home. Modern Warfare 3, the one in 2009, wasn't a masterpiece by any means. And if I'm being honest, it's almost as if history is sort of repeating itself, where we're buying a game at full price for what's essentially the same engine with just a new campaign and additional maps. But I will say the original Modern Warfare 3's campaign was a work of art. Memorable characters for you to be invested in, moments that were filled to the brim with action. There was never a dull moment in that game. It felt like one giant Hollywood war movie that you could play. If you haven't played the original Modern Warfare 3's campaign, I highly recommend it. You could probably find it for super cheap these days. At this point, I will say from here, there will be spoilers for the new Modern Warfare 3. Or should I say Modern Warfare 2.5? Because truthfully, this just feels like a $70 expansion. We're getting zombies, and I'm sure there's going to be some cool new multiplayer features that are going to be added, but everything else for the most part seems to pretty much be the same. In my opinion, not much has changed with the gunplay mechanics, as in shooting, sliding, sprinting, and things like that. And the campaign? Christ, the campaign. We'll get to that. So let's actually break down what Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 actually is. This game is the sequel to last year's entry, Modern Warfare 2. Price and the gang need to team up to bring down the greatest threat they've ever encountered, Vladimir Makarov. Now, to be honest, after playing through Modern Warfare 2, I was a bit skeptical as to how this story would be executed. Modern Warfare 2 was alright. It was nice to see the upgrade to Ghost, and the interactions between him and Soap were pretty awesome. I didn't love the campaign in the sequel entirely, since they didn't take many risks when it came to the characters. Modern Warfare 3 doesn't really do much to fix that, at least not in the beginning. As I said, the main antagonist is Makarov, who is this indestructible force in the OG Modern Warfare. This guy was a true villain and made people afraid to go into airports with that mission.
Remember, no Russian.
He took out one of the most iconic COD characters, giving us such an emotional moment between Soap and Price before the captain does everything he can to look for answers and bring a stop to the threat known as Makarov. Like I said, there was never a dull moment in the original. Bring us to the now, to the modern day, the Modern Warfare. The campaign's first mission is interesting as we play as the people who break Makarov out of the Gulag. We see the influence that Makarov has on these soldiers. We see how loyal they are, what happens when mistakes are made. He's still a powerful figure. And when we finish that first mission, we get a sense of urgency seeing Task Force 141 on a mission. Once Laswell informs them of Makarov's escape, Price pretty much says to drop everything so they can mainly focus on trying to put a stop to Makarov before he tries to pull anything. I won't go into too much detail of what exactly goes on as the campaign progresses, but long story short, Makarov wants to start World War III, which is what he was trying to do in the Modern Warfare that isn't modern anymore, and now he's trying to do it in the modern day Modern Warfare. The way they tell this tale, it's just so boring. Look, I'm all for realism in some games if done correctly. I actually found it really cool and interesting that this new Modern Warfare reboot was a bit more gritty and tried to do things in the realm of reality rather than the Hollywood style we got in previous games. The actors still do a phenomenal job with the work they're given. I still enjoy seeing Price and the gang do their thing. The writing though, the writing just doesn't work for me. Too many things conveniently fall into place and works out for the main characters. Many missions happen where once it's complete, they actually manage to foil Makarov's plans and set him back. I get it, when we work towards something, we want to see positive results. But in a video game's narrative, not everything is supposed to go right. Otherwise, you end up with a campaign that's like 3 or 4 hours long. Oh God. Yeah, this has to hands down be the shortest campaign in the series to date. The cutscenes pretty much all feel the same. It's just everyone talking about what Makarov could be doing, what his next plans are, how he could be stopped, going over mission details. Like, what happened to scenes like Ghost and the silo doors in the original Modern Warfare 2? Where's the worry that I would feel knowing that there's a possibility that my favorite characters could perish at any moment? Where the f was Roach? We got Yuri for like 10 seconds, but Roach Sanderson ain't good enough to make it in into this timeline? I will give this game some credit. I think that sandbox Warzone mode thing that they added was a pretty interesting experimental feature for them to try, but to have it be the only way that the levels are styled, what were you guys thinking? I think maybe 2 or 3 levels with this new sandbox mode would have been cool, but the lack of the original linear story mode made it lack story. So earlier on in the game, it's revealed that Price and Soap had the opportunity to end Makarov 4 years prior. They track him down and everything, and Makarov tells Soap that he'll be pretty much coming for him. I would usually just consider this a threat for the whole team, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who thought that. After we get through all the missions and even do one mission as Graves where we have to shoot stuff down again in an airship, we proceed to the final mission since Shepard and Graves want to declare Makarov KIA without a confirmed kill. We're just sort of taken into the last mission because everyone knows Makarov is still alive. There's no threats from him, there's not even any real taunting, nothing like that. We get to the last mission, and while this one is the most linear of the bunch, in my opinion, it's still pretty whatever. We have to head into the underground where the trains are. Everyone's panicking because Makarov will have control of the trains and there's civilians on them, and hey listen, we already had that sorry excuse of no Russian earlier in the game. We go underground, end a bunch of enemies, and have to defuse a bomb with Soap while Ghost and Gaz are dealing with other enemies off screen. And out of nowhere during the bomb defusal, Makarov shoots Soap. Price tries to fight but ends up getting bested by Makarov. That's when Soap tries to save his captain, and then, yep, they got our boy Soap. Popped right in the noggin. With that, Makarov runs off, Gaz and Price defuse the bomb, and once they announce Soap is KIA, the 3 remaining Task Force 141 members mourn the loss of their mate and spread his ashes. Now, I'm watching the scene of the remaining Task Force 141 and thinking, this is it. They're gonna go after Makarov and avenge Soap. It might even be like the OG games. Makarov will probably take everyone away from Price, and it'll be a battle to the death between the two like last time. Except that doesn't happen. Yeah, after Ghost tells Soap to rest in peace, the credits roll. When I tell you that my jaw dropped, I really mean that I had to pick that thing up from off the floor. There's an after credit scene for those of you willing to stick around after that major disappointment where Price decommissions General Shepard. I guess Price is getting his hands dirtier than usual in this next game. The problem is, after that campaign and that ending, I'm personally not all that interested in finding out how this will end. Modern Warfare 3's campaign is a clear indication that you need to let something cook until it's done. I wanted this campaign to be good. I felt like Modern Warfare 2 was a build-up, something to get Task Force 141 together so that we can see the ultimate standoff between them and Makarov's army. Instead, we got a half-baked story with this newly implemented Warzone sandbox mode for almost every level. We have a very unsatisfying conclusion to what should be the biggest story for the Modern Warfare franchise. This game should not be $70. This campaign should not have been released for early access. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in 2023, I award you 0 points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Yeah guys, I'm sorry that my comeback video was one of rage, but after playing through that campaign, I just really had to let that rage out. What do you guys think about the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 campaign? What do you think about the game in general for those of you who pre-ordered it? Am I being too harsh? Is the game actually worth $70? No, the answer is no. But that's just an opinion from me at the end of the day. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. Guys, it's good to be back. I got some good stuff coming up for you all, and I hope that you'll be around to casually enjoy games with me. Until then, this has been your friendly casual gamer, hoping that you stay as casual as I do, and I'll see you next time.